We are live. What's going on, everybody? I'm Lifestyles with Eric. What's happening? I got the dark layout. I want to see how that looks on the screen. Um, Make sure you thumbs up the video when you come in, please. Make sure you thumbs up when you come in. Again, I'm Lifestyles with Eric. I appreciate everybody that comes in. Can you see me? Is it too dark? Do I need to put it back on light mode? Uh-oh. What did I do? Didn't even do that. Oh, Lord. All righty. All righty. Again, I'm Lifestyles with Eric. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Make sure you thumbs up the video when you come in. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Is it too dark? Can you see me? Is it too dark? Is it too dark? Where's everybody at? Got Mr. Rico. Mr. Rico.
Yes, sir. I'm just trying to plug up this phone. It's about to go dead. Okay, there we go.
Oh, okay. You all right? How's it going?
Good, good, good.
All right. I got it on dark mode. Can you see me?
I can see you.
Okay. Okay. Mr. G. Got Mr. G.
Yeah.
I can't see you. Where you at?
Hold on.
All right. Hey, what's up, G? What's up, G? What's up, Rico? Miss Angela. Miss Angela. Miss Donna Lindsay. What's going on, everybody? Hey, hey. Lifestyles is in the building. What's happening? We got the guys in. We got the gang in. We got Rico, Mr. Rico in the house. We got Mr. G in the house. Mr. G, I can't see nothing but your nose and your glasses.
I'm trying to do something real quick. Go ahead. I can hear you.
Okay. All right. Hey, Miss Delaney, how you been doing, sweetheart? Good to hear from you. Thanks for coming in tonight. Who's in the house? What is going on, everybody? What is happening? Happy Monday evening, everybody. What's going on? What is going on? Make sure you thumbs up when you come in, everybody. Angela said it's too dark. It's too dark. You sure it's too dark? You said you can see me, but it's too dark. Miss Kenyatta Thompson, what's going on? Thank you for coming in tonight. Make sure you thumbs up the video when you come in. Make sure you thumbs up the video. Do I look too dark, guys? Can you see me good?
But I can see you.
Okay.
It's a little.
You got a dark hue to it.
It's a little dark.
Okay. Because if I go back to that white, then it's like the white is on my glasses. It's I don't know. I got
It's the background.
Exactly.
It's the background that makes everything look darker.
Well, let me see. Yeah, well, shit. I'm doing fine, sweetheart. Thanks for asking. Thanks for asking. Yeah.
Look like you on one of them late night PBS news radio
Well,
channels.
that's the look I'm going for then. That's hey, that's it right there. All right. We grew up with Johnny Carson. Oh man. Miss Elisa, what's going on? Thank you for coming in tonight. Thank you for coming in tonight. All righty. Make sure you thumbs up, everybody. Make sure you thumbs up the video. Make sure you thumbs up the video. Just a little dark. Okay, she said it's just a little dark.
There you go. That's a little.
I mean, that's how it normally is. That's where the screen you can is. I got a fix on that though, because I'm gonna order one of those screen for my screen, and I think that's what's gonna take that white away.
Yeah,
so, it's all good. It's all good.
It's all good.
Thank you, Angela. I can see you too, baby. I can see you too. All right, all right. So what's up, fellas? What's going on?
I'm doing the old 1960s and 70s Batman angle.
Okay. All right. Whatever suits you. Whatever suits you, brother. It's all good.
Remember how they did it on the old Batman show? They had the crazy angles.
Yeah.
They go.
Yeah.
Oh, bam! Pow,
looks like we got about 18 in. We got about 17 in. We got a good chat going so far. Everybody, make sure you thumbs up the video. Thumbs up the video. So They said Young Thug is out. The rapper Young Thug, Jeffrey Williams. Uh, he did 2.5 years in the Fulton County. I think it's Fulton County in Atlanta, in their jail, and looks like he pled guilty to a few of the charges that they had against the YSL criminal organization, and he admitted to guilt with a few of those charges, which Intel gave him about 15 years of probation that he's willing to accept. Hey, Jerice, and in that 15 to 20-year probation stint, he has to follow and abide by their stipulations. 100 hours of community service, different things like that. Hey, Angela, he has to speak about gang activity and to kids and stuff like that. But he can't come back to the city that he's from to live. I guess he can't come back there to live, which is to me a little harsh because he's from that city, and that's where he's been the biggest impact as far as the positive things that he's done for his city. So I don't necessarily agree with that. That's kind of like putting him in exile or something, like he's from another country and that, make you do your time and then send you back to your country. I really don't agree with that, but it is what it is. He signed the agreement and they released him the other day. I've been on probation before, so I can speak firsthand on what it feels like to be on probation. I know several of my friends and family members that have been on parole and probation. Some people can handle it, some people can't. Some people call it a trap. Some people just get through it because they got themselves in their own shit, and you can't blame the white man on everything. So I feel like when you're given probation or house arrest, that's giving you the opportunity to be at home and to be able to do and take care of business instead of sitting in there with some greasy, hairy, funky ass men. But some people, I know a lot of guys that would rather just do the time than be out in the streets, which to me doesn't make sense because myself personally, I knew how to stay out of trouble and not get in any trouble the whole time I was on probation. But I know some people that just cannot stay out of any type of trouble, whether it's driving while suspended, something as minor as that. You can't go to jail for anything because it could possibly be a violation of your probation or parole. So again, some people call it trusting you. The state is trusting you or whoever you're on paper with to be out and to say, okay, we're going to give you the opportunity to be out and not be locked up. But if you F up, you getting back in the clinks. So again, I don't call it a trap necessarily because I've been in the system. I got through the system. It was my fault. I got in the system. And so since it was my fault, I got in it. I'd rather them giving me probation than giving me jail time. And I was able to stay out of trouble as I was out taking care of business. I felt it was okay. But again, I'm going to ask you guys' opinion and we'll see what everybody else says once we state our opinions. But that's my opinion on it. I don't feel like it's necessarily a trap. He put himself in his own predicament. He was probably sick and tired of being locked up. Although with this case, it was a little different because the evidence wasn't so hard that it was sticking and it looked like it would have been a mistrial prior to this, but that didn't happen. So I don't know. He felt his own, nobody pressured him to take that. He was ready to get out of jail, I guess. But some people are saying, man, if he gets in anything back 20 years, you gone. Bye. All right, I'm done. What you think, Mr. Rico?
I mean, I've been through that too before. I mean, in some ways it can help and it can harm. It can help by, keeping him away from certain stuff, certain kind of unsavory characters that he seemed to draw around him. Uh, it can help. It can harm too because of all the stuff that they got that all the stipulations that he got to uphold. So, he can do the 100 hours and in service and whatever, pay the fines, but they can still trap him up by even the people that he hang around with, and say,
And
well,
he
that
can't, right. He can't even hang around.
it can just be his brother that's on just got nothing to do with what he doing, but it's just because it's his brother or his cousin. It's weird how they got it all set up. Like I've been through that too, and it depends on the person. It depends on your probation officer. Because when I was on probation, I was doing so I guess so well on my appointments or whatever, and my probation officer, she let me go to Las Vegas and come back. She let me go and come back.
Mhm.
I had to take a drop soon as I came back, but
Right.
it was, but that happened. But it depends on the probation officer. It depends on the person he going to meet, because he can be a real asshole. Excuse my language, but they can be like that. They can just be looking at every little thing you do, even if you trying to do your best. So it just depends, man. It depends. But like you, I mean, I took the probation too, but it got to a point when I was on probation and all the stuff that they had me doing had me going through, because I was for drugs, and they just had me
Mine
going
too.
through
Mine
crack.
too.
Had to go to class, drug class, and pay fines, do this, do that, all this stuff. And when I went to court for for my last little probation review, I think I missed one of them meetings, one of those AA meetings, and the judge was like, "Man, I can violate you, and you'll have to do probation another year, or you can just do this 40 days." I said, "Give me 40 days. I don't want to be on probation no more." But I got out in 20 days. But I just said, "Man, forget probation." I told him straight up, "Man, I am tired of going through this. I was going through it for the last year, going on 2 years, just because I missed one meeting." But he was like, "I mean, it's up to you." He's like, if you go through this little whatever, you don't have to see us ever again." And I did that. And I ain't been in trouble since. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I took the little jail time because I got
Yeah.
tired. Man, they had me doing all kind of, man, get out of here. So I was like, I done paid enough money. I done did all this. Y'all done wasted all kind of time with me. I couldn't hang around this person. I couldn't be around this person because I was I was active then. So it was a trap. It was kind of like a trap for me. But I got through it. Said, "Man, give me the little jail time in." You know,
Good.
I
Good.
was
Good.
done with it.
That's
Because he
cool, man.
already knew. He know
We
he
both
he
got through it. We both
he
got
knew
through
I
it.
was
Hey, Hope,
tired.
what'd you say,
Y'all,
Rico?
I told him I was tired of it.
Well, I'm glad you got through it. We both got through it. What you think about that, G? I mean, even if you haven't been in that situation before, what do you think about probation and parole? Probation.
I,
Probation.
I, I did probation before, but it wasn't that long.
Okay.
Mine was I did an axle foley. I fractured an occasional lock or two. So
I didn't hear
um,
you.
I
I
said
didn't
I
hear
had
you.
fractured an occasional lock. I said I did an axle foley. I just fractured a lock.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fra- um, Mine was for conversion, um, receiving stolen merchandise, and it jacked me up because they gave me a year probation, and I had just passed my ASVAB test to get into the military, to go to the Navy, and I came close to getting away from everything. But what happened on my third court appearance, the plaintiff had showed up and she was like, I don't know him and everything. And at the time, I didn't know any better. I didn't even have a daggone public defender at the least. And my petty officer in the military, he said, well, since she didn't show up twice, technically you're the property of the United States government. We could ship you off right now and ain't nothing they can do about it. They would have to go through the military to get you to come back. And I told him what it was about, and he's like, "But you already paid the money back." I said, "Yeah, I just cashed a check for somebody and came back. The check was stolen. They took the money out of my account. I lost money on both ends." So I had to pay back the money for the check. Then the person I gave the money to, which I thought the check was legit, they got their money. So it was the prosecutor that was jerking me around. But anyway, get around all that. I had a year probation and I had to do 24 hours of community service. And the community service, I had to go down there by the river and everything. We was passing logs up down there because they was chopping down some trees by the river. That was hard work, muddy work. But the first day I had an easy job. I was there helping cleaning out the buses and everything, the vehicles and stuff. That was gravy. But me myself, I had went to my probation officer early. So when I got there, I was about 10, 15 minutes early. I paid off my daggone little fines to the probation, whatever they had to pay. I paid that off like on the second visit. I had all that paid off. So dude ended up letting me go 9 months in. And my petty officer in the Navy, he said if he had to let you go 3 months earlier, your test would have still been okay. You could have went on and we still could have brought you in, but since they held you up for 9 months, I would have to retake the test.
Hmm.
But and the crazy part about I could see how you can get hemmed up, like y'all was saying, because real easy, because that very last day when I went in there and the dude was like, "Okay, since you came here early every day, you paid all your money off, you ain't caused us no problems, you ain't never missed no days or anything." He was like, I'm gonna finish up your old probation early. So that was 9 months in. I said, "Okay, cool." I was leaving out the door in the city county building, and this is the part where I see people get tripped up. IMPD came in there, and it was some other unit. They came into the probation office, and they told everybody that was in the probation office to come outside in the hallway. They're doing a search. And
Hmm.
this one white dude, he jacked himself up. His girlfriend was sitting out. I remember when he said it. His girlfriend was sitting in the parking lot in the truck. And he said, "Damn, something told me to leave my one hitter in the truck." And they got him. He said, you got what?" He said, "Man, I got my little pipe with me." He said, "You got anything else?" He said, "I just got some residue." Cop said, "We got to violate you, man. Too bad." And I'm like, the cop looked at me, he said, "You need to come out here too." I said, "Hey man, I'm done." And my probation officer was right behind me. He said, "Yeah, he's done. He's good to go." I walked out. Man, I didn't have nothing on me, but I could see how easy they could violate you that quick.
I
Yeah.
mean, that ain't no easy violation. You don't come in no damn jail with no one hitter on you.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and that's what he said. He said he don't know what he was thinking about. He said something told him to keep it in the truck. And he
Something
didn't, and his
told him.
girlfriend was out
That's
there.
a
Yeah,
common
something
sense
told him
thing.
common
Yeah.
sense.
Something
Yeah.
told him. That's a common sense thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Something
And
common
I'm
dog.
like, look at this dude. I'm like, damn. I said, he ain't got
that's
no. And back
common
then,
sense.
we didn't. But back
That's
then,
common.
didn't too many people had cell phones, so he didn't have no way to call his girlfriend, tell her he get ready to get
He
locked
didn't
up.
need to call his
She would.
girlfriend. He didn't have common damn sense, man.
No, what I'm saying, no, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is he had no way to communicate to her that they could violate my ass. So she
Oh,
probably was
okay.
sitting in
Yeah.
the truck
I
about
don't
an
feel
hour or
sorry for
so. Yeah,
somebody like that
2 hours.
unless I don't feel
No, I
sorry
didn't
for
feel
you.
sorry for him, but I'm like, that
Yeah.
was stupid. I just felt I'm like thinking about, damn, your girl sitting out in the truck waiting on your dumb ass. You getting locked up, you getting violated. I'm like, damn, that's cold. But I see how easy they can violate you, man. They
Yeah,
can
they can.
violate you real easy.
Real easy. They can pop up like at you even at your job and you doing something foul. You got they
Yeah.
can do. Yeah, they used to pop up at my they should just pop up. They'll pop up and see what's going on.
I never had anything like
Hmm.
that because when I got in trouble, it was like 90, 93, 94. So I didn't have that's old school days. Then I had three probation officers, and my last one, I think the last one I had, it said he said hey, if I ever he said I remember he said, "Hey, if I gave you a drug test, would you be clean?" And I just started stuttering. And he said, I said, I've been around it. And he said, well, I know what that's the difference. It's different when you're not around it. It's this from smoking it. I said, he said, well, next time you come to my office, just be clean, okay? Man, my heart dropped. But
Right.
guess what? He didn't have to. But guess what? My common sense said, don't do it ever again until you off, and that was it. We didn't have
Yeah.
we didn't have no problems. We had no
Now,
problem.
now the worst is I don't know, G. You if you got to do this. Remember calling to see if you had to go take a drop.
I didn't have to do that.
Oh, I didn't have to do that.
Woo!
Yeah, I didn't have to do
Yeah,
that either. I didn't have to do
No,
that.
they
Yeah.
I had to
just
do all that.
after that call, I think every time I went down there, I think I had to take a drop. I think after I had that last time meeting, I think every time I went down there, they would drop. And I
Yeah.
remember if you go in the little stall and you don't flood, they look,
Yeah,
they watch you
yeah.
none of that. You pee and that's it. You pee in the thing, that's it. You better not try to do no finagling nothing or none of that.
I had to do, man. They had me doing all that. They
Yeah.
had me doing everything. Like I can't believe I had to do all this. Like I'm some kind of
Addict.
like not addict. Like I'm some kind of flight risk or something.
Oh,
Like
okay.
man, they had me doing all this stuff. Man, it was just crazy. That's why I went on and took the little whatever days that he said because
I get it. You know, like I said, I've heard guys that just say, "Man, give me the." I just do the jail time. If
yeah
it's a short,
calling every day at
if it's a
8:30.
short amount of time,
You
if
have
it's
to
a,
call. You had to call every day after 8 o'clock to see if your gallery number came, so you can go take a drop the next day.
you
That
got
was so
that you must have got.
irritating.
So you got in trouble with like by 95 or something, a little bit after.
The
That's when they start
95
changing stuff.
and
Yeah,
then like
yeah.
98, and then the last time I ever even went through anything like that when I was off all that crap was like 2000, maybe 2001. That's the
Okay,
last time I even. That's the last time I even been in
that's
any
good,
of
man. Hey, Bev, what's going on, baby? Yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah, I
hey,
think mine was like I think mine was like 91, 92, something like that
yeah.
when I
Yeah,
went
it
through
was
that
I'm
stuff.
on
Hey,
it was so
but I
crazy
think it
back
depends
then.
on I think it depends on the circumstances of
It
what your
depends on the
thing
circumstance.
is.
Depends
Yeah,
on
because
it. I'm,
I had another
my,
dude told me he went through the same thing. He said all he had to do was sit back and take some damn classes, and he didn't have to do no probation. He just took some kind of crazy classes, and he was done with it, and that was it.
it just varies. Yeah, it does. It just
But
varies
I
from
know your boy. They said your boy his part of his circumstances that he could come back to Atlanta only if there's a funeral or
family
something
for
like if
48
somebody
hours.
passed away, family.
For
Yeah,
48
he
hours
couldn't like stay, but but I don't think it's a lifetime ban. I think it's like what
until he
15
gets
years,
off.
20 years or something.
I'm saying 20 years. I'm saying it's a ban until he's off of all paperwork.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah,
what
long
10,
time,
15 years.
huh? 15
So we say
years,
about 10 to 15 years.
15. He
Okay.
might get off early if it's
yeah,
state. He can get
Yeah.
off early.
it could.
Hey, Jacqueline, how you doing, baby? But
But you know
yeah,
how some dudes are. They're gonna try to sneak back in town and think they can ease in and ease
better not.
out and all that
He
stuff.
better not. He better not.
Yeah.
Better not.
He better just keep his nose clean
Yeah,
because he's already a high profile person anyway. So they just
Yeah.
wait. They waiting to do something to us. So he just got to keep his nose clean. Uh, he already got a song out, but I didn't even listen to it. But him and
he
Lil
got one
Baby,
by himself, and then he got
Lil Baby,
that. I guess he got another. He got one first day out. He got
yeah,
one that he put out. Just something he put out. It was all right. It's all right. It's all right.
yeah. I
But you
didn't
know
listen
what?
to
You know what else is crazy about similar about that? That's not an unprecedented situation. What I heard was some people do if you go out of town and you get depending on the charges, long as they like robbery or murder or something like that, or aggravated serious battery and assault. Some of those cases, man, they mean like you get in trouble in Indiana and you go out of town and they'll be like, okay, we're gonna send him back to Indiana. Some states would be like, nah,
yeah,
you ain't gotta transport him back, but just tell him do not ever come back to Indiana again.
yeah.
They're like, your Indiana pass is
Did
over with. Yeah.
Rondo? Rajon Rondo got pulled over,
Yeah.
like jammed up here. He got jammed
Yeah.
up, and they told him just don't We just better you better not come back here.
That's kind of messed up.
Yeah,
I
don't
don't
come
like
back.
that. I don't like that. But
Yeah,
Well,
he
but
was
it's
the
better than
one.
going to jail for some silly stuff. I'd much rather they tell me, okay, well, hey, look, don't come back to Indiana no more.
yeah, but that's
Stay
if
wherever
that's
you're at.
home. If that's home, it's kind of you know.
Yeah.
That's
So
the that, I'd rather do that than be sitting in jail for 10, 15, 5, 10, 15 years. Like, okay, my
Yeah,
Indiana privilege
yeah.
is gone for so long. Okay, cool. Shit. I get it. Shoot. Ain't
I
nothing
just
going on in Indiana anyway.
I hope he does what he's supposed to do the best
That,
way he
that
can
yeah,
because
yeah.
man, because when I heard about his backup, I was like, man, I hope he do the best thing he can do, and
Mm.
because
I
you
mean, his
know
line got to be so thin, man. He got to walk that line so long, man. And
he
I
gotta
mean, he
cut ties.
can't do nothing but go to work. I mean, this is what I don't like. His lyrics, they talking about he can't rap about. That's how he made his living. What is he supposed to rap about? Going to
You know,
Disneyland every day?
they say freedom of speech and all that, but
Man,
man,
speech
they
ain't
use that
free.
against you, man.
Speech ain't free.
They use it against you. They
Well,
did C-Ball. They
he
did
he can
C-Ball.
get him an appellate lawyer, and they'll appeal that
They need to
constant.
do something
Yeah,
because
he'll get an
those
appeal on some of that. Yeah.
that whole lyric thing is kind of effed up to me. That's how he makes his living.
But
Now you
you
telling me
really,
that I can't sing or rap about none of the stuff that made me a living to take care of my family. Now I get it. Don't rap about crimes you've committed. That's a stupid fool. But to rap about street stuff and drugs and seeing guys, that's the stuff you see. That's just rapping. I mean, it ain't
Now,
necessarily
now,
promoting it, but again, that's what made him his living. So I just feel like
but
he
you know
should
what he
not
could do?
be banned from rapping about the things that his
Look
living,
what
the
he
things
look,
that makes his living. That's his job. That's a part of his
look
job.
what he could look what he could do. He could bring up a new artist, write the songs for him, and let them sing. Let them say what he wanted to say. It won't be him saying; it'd be somebody else. He'll still get a writer's credit. He still get his royalties off of it. He
Yeah,
get his
that's a good
publishing
idea.
off of it.
I mean, that's
He
an
can just have
idea.
somebody else say what he want to say. Yeah,
That's an idea.
get somebody
But
who's not
that's an idea.
somebody who's not yeah somebody who's not from Atlanta in another city and tell them, hey, this is what I wrote. You can go out there and say it. So he still expressed himself just through another outlet.
Yeah, that's an idea. But
Yeah,
but when you're arrogant and you want to rap and you got talent, you're gonna want to do your own stuff. I mean,
but if he's really
yeah.
creative, if he's really creative, is he supposedly
there you go.
what's that word? Allegedly supposed to be? Switch it up.
Artistic or whatever,
Yeah,
then you could switch it
Switch
up.
it up.
yeah,
Be conscious. Bro. Talk
Just
about
like
your
a hustler. A hustler
switch it
knows how
up.
to do more than sell dope.
Yeah, switch it up.
Switch it
See if
up.
you can do
yeah.
that. He could make an impact on the youth if he switch it up and become like a little like he don't have to be heavily conscious rapping, but if he throw some consciousness in there and just switch it up a little bit, because all this all ratchet
Yeah.
and rah crap, drill and all that sucks now. That's starting to be suckier and suckier every
They
day.
said that, that's fading on out and they're gonna get more into Afro beats. That's what they were saying.
Yeah,
That's gonna be the next popular
and yeah,
genre.
and it is, and it, I
It
hope
was
I
it,
want to
it was
see.
just a trend in the music industry, and they'll
Hey, I need to
go
see
back
some
to
thumbs up, everybody. We got 29 in the house. We doing real good. We cooking right now, folks. I'm gonna hold on for a few more minutes. We got 29 in.
they
That's good. Got about 29. We
yeah
got
they
30. We got 32 people in the chat right now. We doing real good, guys. We doing good. Make sure y'all thumbs up the video. Thumbs up the video. Thumbs up the video. Is
But
probation
they'll
a trap? Is
they'll
probation
right
a
now
trap?
is the time for artists to be conscious because
yeah
they kill the game right now. If a
yeah
conscious rapper come out, like he got to be really his dope beat. But if his lyrics is hard and catch you and be like make you think that's the way they go. You know,
We'll
yeah
see.
it'll come back
We'll
to like it used to be with
I'll have to.
KRS-One and guys like that back in the day.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll come back around, and people are like, well, why are you talking like that? But it'll be a another circle revolution, and it'll come back and it'll be hot
and
because the
that's the
record
time.
companies.
Time is
Yeah,
now. And just me thinking,
yeah,
as a music lover and watching all the little phases of hip hop, the time is now. The time is now.
yeah.
From the beginning to where it is now, I watched all the phases of rap. So the time is now for
Yeah.
a conscious rapper to just like
So
break.
we'll see how talented he is, and we'll see where his talent lies, and then we'll see if he can flip it, flip it,
I
flip it.
hope he do. I mean,
We'll see if he can flip it.
I challenge a rapper to come over here. Even if somebody come over here and want to rap, I challenge him to get conscious. Let's see how good you are. If you do some more conscious rapping, let's see if you get
That
something about
sounds good. That sounds good. It could be
yeah, because
conscious
I'm
rap.
in
That
the
sounds good.
bring it
I
out.
heard a couple of just here lately. I heard a couple of gospel raps that was jamming.
Killer. Man,
I
them
know.
gospel
I mean, no, I'm talking
rap.
about wouldn't have put you to
Woo!
sleep. Listen. Wouldn't put you to sleep or nothing. I'm talking about the beat was slapping,
I
the
know.
lyrics
I
was on
know.
point, and he was still all the way about the Lord. But you could ride to it. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised.
Yep.
I was
I
pleasantly
heard some stuff
surprised.
from the late '90s. A gospel rap group from the late '90s. I mean, man, they was hard, and man, we liked it. We liked it.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah,
I can't remember the name of them, but man, they had a hard CD, and they
yeah.
was some gospel rappers. They was hard.
It just varies. If you get,
It just
you can get a
varies.
slapper. You can get if they're talented, they don't have to cuss or anything. That's like
Yeah,
a comedian. If a comedian is talented, a real good comedian does not have to cuss. He can make
yeah,
you laugh just talking. Didn't have to curse at all. That's a
yep,
real comedian.
yep.
That's where you really have a craft. If you can tell you got a craft, your craft is good.
Like
You know.
Robin Williams was like that.
Yeah,
He was funny. He's funny. His stand-ups was funny.
yeah.
So, yeah, he didn't cuss much,
Yeah.
No.
or
You know,
not. There's a few of them like that.
you know
Ronnie
what
Davis was like that.
in the industry, it's gonna be hard to find another dude like a DMX, man. Um,
He was cold. He was
DMX,
cold.
he was probably he had two platinum albums out at the same time. I mean, that dude can hit it. He can take you on a spiritual trip, or he come back with the Rough
Yeah,
Riders and all that stuff. Yeah, DMX was. I don't care who says anybody out there. There was some good rappers out there, but DMX was one dude that I don't think anybody wanted to get on the stage afterwards and try to put their show on.
Yeah, DMX was cold
To
blooded.
me,
Cold blooded.
yeah, because here's the problem. When I watched, he was trying to do a little comeback. He had a problem with alcohol and substance abuse. And when he went on that one show, I'm not gonna mention their name because I don't want to, have him get talk about, dude, you can't say that. But I'm just saying what he shouldn't have been on that show
Yeah,
with all
because
the
they had
alcohol.
all the drinks and stuff around him.
Yeah, that was, to me, that was kind of messed up because you knew this guy had a problem with alcohol and drugs.
They should have
You
switched it up
shouldn't.
just for him. Yeah.
Just for him, yeah. That one time, if you really cared about the brother, you should have switched it up. And I'm not saying that's what caused him to, have his health conditions and he passed away. But when
yeah,
somebody has a problem with drugs and alcohol, you got to be more conscious about trying to keep things clean. This is going to be say this is a special show. We're going to change things up a little bit because out of respect to the
I-
person.
yeah,
That's the one thing I
exactly.
wish and I like their show. They have a really good show, but I'm just like,
Yeah,
that wasn't a good one.
we're gonna have top tier show too, buddy. Someone said, don't even trip. They
Yeah.
got a good one, but we're gonna have a top tier too. We're gonna have them in the house. We're gonna have the drinks, but we're gonna switch up things a little bit. We're gonna be a little bit more realer than these guys are because they fake, man. They fake. They fake.
Yeah.
The
Just like
Diddy
And,
boys.
and what
They
it makes
Diddy
me think
boys,
about?
man. You
You
know.
know what it makes me think about? I look at some of the greatest all around performers, musicians, actors, and to me, I'm gonna give my shout out. This is going a little bit out. My shout outs as we on the top of music and everything to Mr. Sammy Davis Jr. and Mr. Frank Sinatra. And that's going back old school. But the reason why I'm saying that, don't shake your head. The reason why I'm saying that, because those two cats were the greatest all around entertainers. They was actors, comedians, singers, musicians,
Perform.
dancers, performers. They were the greatest that this new generation didn't see. Besides Michael Jackson was good. He could dance and do everything. Chris Brown was good. But Sammy, man, to me, he was the total package. And nobody, as before, a lot of people's time, but I'm going to give shout out to Mr. Sammy Davis and Mr. Sinatra.
Well, all
Those
right
guys were
now.
the total
All
package.
right. All
Yeah.
right. Raw and uncut coming
Since we
soon.
talk about entertainment. Yeah.
And we gotta give a RIP to a common denominator in those artists, which is
Big
Quincy
Q.
Jones.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to him.
Yeah.
I won't take. You know
Let's
what?
pray.
I'll
Let's hope
separate.
and pray that he's with the Lord. Let's hope and pray that he's with the
I'll
Lord because
separate. I'll separate my personal views about Quincy Jones and say he was a great great artist. Well, he was more than an artist. He put stuff together. He could put stuff together good. But anyway, I won't knock his talents, but his personal stuff was crazy.
that's
You
what I
know,
Yeah.
said.
but
Let's pray that
that's
he's
Yeah.
neither
with
here
the
nor
Lord.
there because I'm not here to smear somebody when they're gone.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
he was doing with Michael Jackson and telling Michael Jackson's business and Richard Pryor. I'm not gonna do him like that.
Right.
So rest in heaven. If that's where he went, that's between him and the Lord. Lord knows what he did, but that's between them two, and I hope he made it to a good spot. I appreciate everybody that came in tonight. Johnny Merks, all right now, Miss Debbie, Miss Hope, everybody that came in tonight. I appreciate you. Thumbs up the video. Make sure you thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. We had about 30 in at one time, 32 people in, man. We did good tonight. This was a good show. Good show. I
Good.
appreciate everybody coming in tonight. Appreciate it.
Sir.
Anything else? Anybody want to finish with anything?
Oh no, I'll tell you about it when we're gonna do another show about what you was talking about the circumference of the what we live on and everything. And it was something I wanted to tell you to look up because I was trying to think of the name of it, but I want you to check it out. And it's something that's been, let's just say, out there for hundreds of years. So I'll hit you back on the bike on the other side and be another topic you could talk about if you want to get into it. Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. All right. All right. All
But
right.
but you know we talk about the flat E subject, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We under a firmament, brother. We under a clear dome. I mean, it is what it is. It's in the Bible. You know, I never knew that in my life until last few years. My mother was like, Eric, I thought I told you that. I'm like, no, you didn't never tell me that, mommy. And I didn't never know why the bombs go all the way up and then they explode because they're hitting the freaking firmament. We don't have an outer space, but that's another subject. That's a whole nother, because
Yeah, we had
people
to get
believe
that
in
another
three
time because
dimensions. So,
yeah, it's another time.
there are other
Because I got some
dimensions,
stuff I want you.
but we don't have
Yeah,
there's no space. There's no space. We've been lied to.
There-
Kind of
yeah, it's
is
just
what it
something I want you to watch and look up first and check it out first before you get into that and see what you think about it.
is. Space is underwater, brother. Water space. That's where space is. All the aliens and stuff is coming from the inner earth. Or either another dimension. That's it. We don't have an outer space. But we're gonna definitely talk about it. We'll definitely talk about it. Definitely talk about
Let me honest.
it. Yeah. But that's an interesting subject. And I'm sure we all have our own opinions on that one. It's an interesting subject. Definitely interesting.
Yeah.
But all right, everybody. Appreciate it. Again, I appreciate everybody coming in. This was a good conversation. Right on, Mr. Rico. Right on, Mr. G. Salute. Appreciate y'all. Love. All right. See y'all in the middle of the week or at the end of the week. All righty. Much love and everybody have a good night. All righty. Take care. I'm Lifestyles. Peace.